Women physicians, we're kind of trained in, waiting, delayed gratification, put yourself on hold, carrying the load for everyone, saying yes to everything, and just waiting for the perfect conditions, right? There's always situations, circumstances that we find ourselves in that can invite us to put ourselves at the bottom of the totem pole, right? One of the biggest contributors that I see to burnout and a life that just feels like out of control and like it's not your own, and which is because of this reason, like this conditioning that says, I'll get to myself after things settle down. And we're just going to talk a little bit more about how to do that and make it a way of life where it's not a once in a blue moon thing, right? That we're pausing, breathing, and prioritizing ourselves. Again, making it a way of life so that we don't feel like we're constantly burning out or need to escape or or those things from our everyday. A lot of times, like becoming aware of our patterns, especially as women physicians, like invites this opportunity for us to beat ourselves up, right? You're like, oh yes, this is how I've been dealing with my overwhelm and stress. I shouldn't be dealing with it like that. Let me, beat myself up. And conditioning, right, is very powerful. It's something that we've gotten messages all of our lives, right, about our worth being tied to how productive we are. We're better, right, as women, doctors, whatever, if we self-sacrificial and kind of martyr, all of this messaging, right? And so am I saying, like, of course, these are our responses, right? Sometimes, like I said, you don't always align perfectly like with those values, like, or do it in a way that doesn't make us a martyr. But the fact is that it is coming from a beautiful place when we hold our breath, and we're all doing it in different areas of life. And it makes sense, like intellectually, right? Like to things calm down, or when the next vacation rolls around, or when it's time to retire, and when the perfect person comes along, or whatever, when these circumstances change, all of that makes sense. And yet, like, we end up spending a lot of our time and energy in this place that feels uncertain and like, I mean, truly, like you're holding your breath. Like there's only so long that we can do that. And so, yeah, like it's more comfortable to keep, I think everybody can relate to this, to keep moving, to keep pushing. Like it's not safe to be still or to slow down, or it's not productive to be still or to slow down. Like all of this, like totally into, our training and conditioning and all of those things. The trap of waiting until things calm down, or surviving until next vacation or whatever, is that we might never get off that hamster wheel. Like no one promises us like that things will slow down on a particular schedule. And my message is always that your life is worth living right now. Like your life is worth enjoying right now. You're worth taking care of right now, and being on your own list of priorities. And so the goal is for that, this mindset to become a way of life. Like, how can I incorporate breath, rest, attention to myself, etc., on an everyday basis, as opposed to these sprints. And lots of times when we're pushing through, putting ourselves last, all of that is like automated. That's like autopilot, right? Like that, again, that's how we're kind of conditioned and trained. We're always moving like, 100 miles an hour. All of that kind of stuff is like automated kind of survival mode that we get into. Taking a breath, like literally taking a breath, is a small, powerful way to interrupt that autopilot, right? Like it's like, if you are to start to believe something new and start to change direction in your life, the same results that you've been getting over and over. And so if this has been valuable for you, truly, if you have another woman physician in your life, a friend, acquaintance, anybody that you come across that you think should be here, that could use this kind of work in her life, she's stressed, she's overwhelmed, she's burned out, or just putting herself last, leave her out. The invitation is to bring more folks like yourselves into Sanctuary, because we care about the women physician community. And I think that if it's valuable for you, maybe it'll be valuable for someone you know too. So please send them our way.